if what you're saying is 75% of them would hate to have term limits and ban on lobbying, if that's the case, wouldn't it make sense that many current Republicans, whether they're in the Senate or the House, probably are not fans of a guy like Trump, because Trump could cost them their job and their ability to lobby, because that's how they've been able to get constantly reelected over the years. So a Trump is probably not an ally to the country club type of people of, congressmen and Senate. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, Donald Trump is, to use the term that they use in Silicon Valley and in the tech space, Donald Trump is a disruptor. He has fundamentally changed in a lot of respects, not in all, but in a lot of respects, the business model of Washington, D.C., of how things are done. How are things done in Washington, D.C.? You serve in the cabinet, you serve in Congress, you leave, you become a lobbyist, or you go into government relations, which is really just another form of lobbying. Or you end up going to work for a government contractor that you, as a member of Congress, earmarked legislation to get them extra money. That's the way business has been done in Washington, D.C. for a long time. And like Trump or not, like the tweets or not, Donald Trump came in and he disrupted that model. He started talking about it. He started airing it. He pushed for reforms. Here was a guy who himself did not come up through the political system. In fact, he complained, and rightfully so, about having to write checks for politicians because he was a real estate developer and he needed to make sure he had access to people who might be disruptive to what he was trying to do. That's breaking all the rules. You're not supposed to talk about these things publicly. You're not supposed to call people out on them. You're supposed to allow the system to function the way that it has for decades on a bipartisan basis. Whether Clinton or Bush or Obama has been in office, that's basically the way that business has been done. Trump came in and aggressively worked to change that. He had success in some areas, in other areas less so, because again, he needed the cooperation of Congress, and that never happened. So Trump has been a disruptive force. Those that like his policies or not, those that like his personality or not, cannot ignore or I think diminish the fact that he has undermined this business model in Washington, D.C., and that, in my mind, is unequivocally a good thing.